We just wanted to set the tone right for this legendary MC. I call him an MC because he's a master of ceremony.
Oh, thank you.
When he jump on that stage, that man, his star rose to the stratosphere, had to be, and he always made sure he carried people with him.
Yes.
Jersey stand
Come
up.
on, whether
Come
he's
on.
doing comedy competitions, whether he's on the big screen, whatever it is. If
I
he's
got
on
18
tour,
jobs.
he got 18 jobs, and he still manages to look on point. He's been
Thank you,
He's
man.
been a 10 forever, man.
Yo.
He didn't grow up a 10, but he became a 10 and
Thank you,
stayed a
man.
10. The one and only Bill Bellamy is back.
Jersey stand up. Jersey
Man,
stand
you know
up.
what? Yo, can you just like travel with me everywhere and introduce me like that everywhere? Like when I'm at Whole Foods, like I'm in aisle 9. Yo, he's a 10 everywhere while he buys avocados.
The one and only Bill Bellamy. Yes.
Thank you, man.
I got
God
you,
bless, man.
Yeah,
What's up, man?
Man,
Have the B. What up?
What's up, family?
Come on, we in here.
We're going to open up this phone line, 888-742-3345. Bill, you always look perfect, man.
Thank you, man. You know what?
I mean, really, you look perfect.
Thank you, man. I'm not, though, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I try to look good for y'all. You know what I mean? Because I come through here. You got everything, man. You know what I'm saying? You got politicians. I stay in Sway world, you know?
Oh, thank
It's
you.
universe.
Y'all
Bill.
got
It's
everything.
universe.
I know, but it's a universal world where everybody comes through. If you on it, I feel like if I'm on your show, I'm popping. Because everything on your show is popping. You know what I'm saying? It's the culture. If it's on Sway, it's popping. Boy, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, that go with your outfit. You might want to keep them.
Have the B just ganked him for
Yeah,
his
she
Yo,
just
it was
got
so
me out of-
fly when you said he's always proud. Look down, see, accessories are important too, and we already complimented B game always on point.
Yes.
Sway tried to get your aroma the last time.
Yeah, I
Remember
got
you
a
wanted
new
to get-
one for you.
Okay.
I got a new one. Oh, they got some lenses too, so now
Okay.
he can see.
lenses.
I got the
doing
new one
with it,
because
Bill?
Sway, you know, Sway lightweight. He's smooth, but you know he low key with it. He don't want to be like loud. One of the other times I came and he was like, "Yo, B, when you come through, you always smell good. No disrespect." And I'm like, "What?" He was like, "Nah, because I'm really trying to get my cologne game up."
Right.
And I said, "All right, but I can't tell everybody, but I tell you. So I put you up on game. I got a new one. That's
You got
crazy.
a new one? You gonna put because I
Can I give it? Because you know,
wanna do
Mr. How
another-
to Be a Player got to give a guy some game.
Give me some
That's
game,
true.
Because
man.
if you are grown, you grown. You got to smell good.
Okay.
I believe that's a part of our man existence. You got to exude the testosterone, and then you got to smell good to the mother.
I'm big at that. I'm big with
So
that.
this new one, this new joint
Okay,
is
give
gonna
me the
hurt.
drum-
It's
give him
gonna
a drum roll.
roll.
Give him
This
a
new
drum
one.
roll. Hold on.
Yeah, this is going. This is gonna hurt your pockets, but if you can afford it, it's fucking fabulous. It's yeah, it's like $450 for a drop. It's like I swear to God, I swear it's a small one.
Womp, womp.
Guess I'm gonna be stinking shit.
Yeah. It's small as hell. The one this one, the big bottle is like almost $650.
What is it called?
Fucking fabulous.
It should be called "Get the Fuck Out of
Yeah,
Here."
yeah. That's what the dudes.
a lot of
but
money,
but
man.
if you put that joint on though, the game is real.
But Bill, so wait a minute, Sway.
I don't
'cause
mean. I'm just saying that's
I
the
don't
new
want Sway
joint.
to go out here
Because
for
Sway got
$450.
money though. I'm just
The
saying.
Jersey thing. This is a Jersey.
Or you can get the joint from Sephora that almost smell like it.
It's similar to it. That's what I was gonna ask you. So can a man not
All the girls
smell
start
good?
laughing like I could get that one for $63.
No, I was gonna go lower than that. I'm talking about an
gonna go
oil.
lower than that?
I was gonna talk about an oil on the corner of Broad and Market for like $10.
$10. The oil. Nah. This the oil. This the fabulous oil. That's what I used to do when I was little. When I was coming up and I couldn't afford no real cologne. I had my man. He had the incense, and you get the Egyptian. You know, you get the Moroccan musk. You know, they always had some exotic. The pyramid oil. Like, oh man, if I put this on, I'm gonna be inside the pyramid.
Hey, the frankincense and myrrh.
Myrrh. You put that on, you like, yo, I can smell the
They
gods.
got the Barack Obama.
Yo, you got to put that bomber on. You know what I mean? So when I was coming up in Newark, you know, it was a big Muslim community in Newark, right? So coming up in Newark, we always had the dude, and he have his incense right there, right by. You come out the movies, he be right by this thing. He's got him in aluminum foil. He got the number 7, 5, and then it'll be a bean pie section, like right on the corner. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They be lined up neat, so the smoke don't get in the bean pot. So you
Always multitasking.
right? He got everything, and then he got the black soap. He got the black soap, the incense, and then he had them oils right there. And he'd be like, "Yo, beloved, let me."
Beloved.
he put a little oil on your hand right there. Young man, come here. You look like you want to be something, brother. Brother Raheem, right here. Put that right there on your skin. You be like, "Yo, that is pyramid. I am in the pyramids."
He dropped a little blue nail in there too.
See, you could tell she from North.
She know it,
From
right?
the hood.
She a hood too. But I'm saying that was our first convenience store right there. That's
a fact.
In the hood, like that was a nice little rack. I don't know where he got the table from either. It was just a nice portable table.
Basement.
But how did he get it there?
I don't know, but he was everywhere. Everybody knew that dude. And they always the same lineup. The incense was smelling. That's what got you, because you would come out of someone and be like, "Yo, what's that smell?" My man be like, "That's us. That's me. We right here, man. That ain't nothing but the
Sweet
Black Panther.
That's
the
sweet
Black
smell
Panther.
of success. One of them.
The sweet smell of How do you remember all these names?
Because it comes back in your head. When you think about it, see, every time I come on here, y'all be making me have a major flashback. It'll be a moment that I just couldn't have thought of without you. I remember the table. I used to see it every time. And I think that's how I got into fragrances, honestly, as a kid.
Through the hood. There you have it, Bill Bellamy stories.
All day.
All day, man.
All day.
Man, look, and then you took the thing I appreciated about it is that was entrepreneurship. We were witnessing.
Absolutely.
Like these people were owners, and they owned that. It was like a vendor.
He was a vendor.
He was a vendor, and they were able. You have no idea how much they were selling. Like we would see them in one spot, but they would have tables hooked up in Harlem and different. It'd be all intertwined. So it was a whole network.
It was a whole network. Then they start selling tube socks. Yo, remember when they start branching out? They had tube socks. You get a T-shirts, a scarf. You got an old Tupac, T-shirt with some incense. They always had something random that didn't fit the table. It'd be like a carburetor.
You like to know that, Mike?
Yo, this came from a Chevelle.
Hey, did you ever? Let me ask you. This is an honest feeling too. I used to have. I used to feel guilty if I didn't at least buy one incense.
I had to, bro.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't that expensive. That's what was dope about it. It was like $5, $10, and they always would be like, "Yo, you get 2 for $8."
Yeah.
So you was incentivized to buy something, and the thing about it, this is so weird. This is so weird. I do have, I think it's called number 7, in my travel. I keep an incense
right now.
with me
really?
to this day, because somebody caught me coming out of something. Brother Bellamy. I was like, what is it? And I bought it, and it's in my bag. And even though it's still in the plastic, because you got to keep it in the plastic so it doesn't lose the fragrance.
Yeah.
It comes through the plastic, and it's a beautiful smell. I don't know how they get it. What the only thing I hate about incense is you can never keep the ash in the. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Can
bro.
somebody, all the brothers that sell incense, can we come up with something so the ash ain't everywhere? And when you wipe it with water, just turn to gravy.
This dude is the incense expert right here.
I'm
Bill
sorry,
Bellamy.
y'all making me.
Stand up.
But I wanted to kind of make the tie between what those people do. You know, who these vendors who come out and they create their own economy.
Yes.
Onto the legendary Madam C.J. Walker.
Her story is phenomenal.
Who's in the series, with the series you're starring in as Sweetness on the series Self-Made, inspired by the life of Madam C.J. Walker, who we've had a lot of conversations about as of late. Can you talk about this series when we come back?
Yes.
Let's do it. Bill Bellamy is here. 888-742-3345. We're going to take him to Jersey.
Damn, Sarah, how big you want to be?
Big. Carnegie, Ford, and Rockefeller put together.
Wow, man. What a powerful trailer. Self-Made, inspired by the life of Madam C.J. Walker. Premiering Friday, March 20th on Netflix. I remember studying Madam C.J. Walker as a youth in elementary, growing up in Oakland. And my mother used to always tell us about hair care products, and the invention of how to market them properly. And this woman who was of African descent, who became the first millionaire entrepreneur of her kind.
Early 1900s.
Early 1900s, across the board, by the name of Madam C.J. Walker. And she used to say she looked just like your auntie. I never saw a picture But she used to always put that in.
You're like that look just like my auntie.
Just like your auntie. Bill, you're starring as Sweetness.
Yeah.
But Octavia Spencer is in this. Tiffany Haddish came up on the show, talked
indeed.
about it. Blair Underwood came up on the show and talked about it. Talked about working with Garrett Morris and all of these legendary people in it.
Casey Lemons directed. I mean, it is just one of those pieces that I'm glad I'm a part of it. I think it's going to go down in history as one of those like teachable moments, loving ourselves, being proud to be black. I think for women, it not only is it's a period piece, but it's a modern story. And it's about women who believe in themselves, that are going to chase their dreams regardless of the obstacles. And I think that's what's inspiring to me as a man, but just watching this woman, like how, I can't fathom, how did she do that? In the 1900s, some of the people were still slaves at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And they were in the northern states. They were some of the freer states, but she was outside the box. Nobody black was doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was just like, we got to figure out how to make women feel good about themselves. That was where it started. How to feel good about yourself, to look good and look beautiful. And once she decided what it was she was going to do, it was the hair thing, and that was the story. Because women start to do their hair differently and really feel proud about it, want their hair to grow, you know, all this kind of stuff. And but the thing about it is, when you're that ambitious, obstacles come up.
Yeah.
And what I do like about her relationship with CJ, played by Blair Underwood, is like he was first the breadwinner guy, and then she became the breadwinner, and sort of she had a bigger dream.
Yeah.
And it was really good. I think you're gonna love it. There's no question you're gonna love it. And I play Sweetness, who's like the hustler dude, right?
Oh, okay. So you're just being yourself.
So I'm just being me. Okay. So anyway, in the 1900s,
that's what I wanted to talk. That's what I wanted to talk to you about, Bill. Just switch over a little bit on the actor's point of view. What was the audition process like for you?
For me, I had to go in for the directors and everybody, and they had an idea that this guy was slick. You know what I mean? And what it was that drove me to the character, because I remember the dude like that. They used to come in the numbers. They used to come in the barbershop. I remember that guy, because when I was thinking about it, I was like, who I know like this? This dude used to run the numbers in Newark, right? He would come in the barbershop, and he'd be like, yo, my man, what you got? You want to do something today on the horses? And nobody knew where he lived. But he would have the numbers. He'd have a pencil. He put it on a piece of paper, and every now and then he would have a German Shepherd puppy that he would sell. You know, he always had. He just had a random dog. Anybody need a German Shepherd? Nah, he $80. He gonna be good. He from Germany. You know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I said, So in my mind, I said, yo, I know what that guy is. I know who he is. So I had a real good take on him. So when I went in there, and I brought so much energy to the character. They called me immediately. They was like, Bill, oh my God, you have to be Sweetness. Are you available? I said, yeah, I can do it. And then we went up to Canada. We went up to Toronto. We shot up there, oh my God, for about 6 weeks. I was going back and forth, going in and out of Canada. And I'm proud to be a part of it. Wait, there's three things you're going to notice. First of all, the music is bananas.
Okay.
The story is incredible. The cinematography of this limited series is outstanding. You are not going to believe how beautiful black people look on screen. Like, it makes you so proud to be black. You're like, man, we was fly. What? We was wearing that. Do you know Madison C.J. Walker was so successful, she lived right across next door to the Rockefellers?
See, I didn't know that.
Boy,
Wow.
So it's her.
boy, stop playing.
Her husband was Charles James
Yes.
Walker.
Yes, sir.
So they called her Madam C.J. Walker.
Right. So the madam, she took his name.
Okay.
But her real name is Sarah Breedlove.
Okay.
Okay. So her real name is Sarah Breedlove. So her husband, because she was married twice. So when she assumed her second marriage, she took his name. So she just put the Miss So now we say Mrs. blah, blah, blah. So she's Madam C.J. Walker. Yes.
The series explores that dynamic because you mentioned how the husband was the breadwinner.
Yeah.
And then she became the breadwinner.
And it threw off their balance of their relationship.
It threw off the balance.
Yeah.
Can you relate to that at all?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the part that's modern because as guys, you know, we always want to be, you know, the leader or the breadwinner. Okay. That's just our nature. But there are ladies that are very successful and they are ambitious as we are, right? And if we're in a relationship, it's going to have to be a balance of some sort. Like, you know, she can't always be the alpha. You can't always be the alpha. You got to flip-flop it, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the secret to keeping it going. Unless you're going to be like Stedman and just get out the way.
I would be like Stedman.
Like, I can't do nothing with Oprah, man. I'm going to go lay down.
Okay. Bill Bellamy is here. We're talking about Self-Made, inspired by the life of Madam C.J. Walker, premiering on Netflix March 20th.
Yeah, and that's a topic that I wanted to stay on a bit because last year, breadwinning women made up 40% of the population, and it's going to be on the rise, you know, with the whole mission of, like, the future is female. So for men who can potentially find themselves in a position and then insecurity comes because they've wrapped their identity with their work and with their monetary value so much.
Absolutely.
Can you give some more words on how they can see this as actually a benefit to them?
I think if guys could take the ego out of it, because all of that is just vanity and ego when you're just like, oh, my God, ain't nobody looking at me like I'm the man. You know, my woman got more money than me. I need to, baby, can I have $5? No. But the thing about it is if it's a team thing, then it don't hurt you. But the thing that I find is difficult for women is, and y'all can say what you feel about it, is once a woman feels that sense of pride and that sort of like, I guess the taste of the success, you guys forget to still be feminine, and because it takes so much work for y'all to grind, get to the top, and you get to the top, you're like, you're like, I did it, and then your man is like, baby, we ain't gonna get no coffee. Because you forget that part, and it's hard. Trust me. I just had this conversation with my publicist, and I was saying, listen, it is no different than me, you know, being a family man, still got to be on my A game with my career, still got to go to carpool, still got to go to my kids' games, still got to do family trips. Like I can't just go, I am Bill Bellamy. You still got to work. Because it's more to it than that. You gotta find balance in order to make it work. And it's still hard, you know what I'm saying? My son's like, you leaving? I'm like, I'm going to get the bag. Okay.
He gets that, huh?
Yeah, he know what the bag is.
He got a beautiful family, too. I see him all the time.
Yes.
By the way, salute to Bill again for coming to our comedy show that we did.
Yes.
He showed up, ripped it, and left.
Kept his word.
He kept his word. Mike Hughes.
Nice.
Did I do it right? Did I do it right?
Shut it down and left.
Thank you.
Mike, go ahead.
Hey, Bill, I have a question for you.
Yes.
One, I had the chance to see the series.
Yes.
I think it's phenomenally made.
Right?
If you
It's
can
really
talk a little bit, though, about, for me, the most important part is the authenticity of the story.
Okay.
And how much detail you guys put into the research, from the hair to the clothes. All the little details really made the series what it was.
Everything is purposeful, right? Everything is dead on, bro. What we wore, how we talked, the vibe of that era, you feel it. As soon as it's almost like when you watch the series, when people see it, you're just going to immediately feel like you just walked into the early 1900s, the way it was shot, right? And what's crazy is like how beautiful we were dressing.
Yeah.
I'm like, where we get this money from? But we dressed impeccably. We were mostly suited up as black folks. If you worked in the city, you were suited. If you worked in the farm area, obviously you were doing other stuff. But the people that came to the North, the free slaves, were dressed and they were proud, and it exuded from us. Like, and then when they go to the Harlem stuff, boy. Oh, I wish I was in Harlem back in the early 90s. Harlem was so fly.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, first of all, shout out to Harlem. Let me tell you why Harlem was so fly, right? So Harlem was the place where you can be who you really are. So in that era, to get to Harlem was like where black people were the kings and the queens.
Yeah.
So when you heard about Harlem, everyone's like, when you go to Harlem, you're gonna see the real black people.
Yeah.
The free-minded, the black people that were elegant, the black people that were store owners and property owners and stuff like that. I said, man, no wonder Harlem is still Harlem.
Still Harlem.
Because it was a Renaissance place.
Yeah.
It was a place of liberty in the early 1900s where all the artists from around the world, when people were starting to get off cruise ships and come from Europe, they came to Harlem, bro. Wow. So anybody that's from Harlem, man, you just do your research.
Yeah.
Harlem is bonkers.
Yeah, man.
It's just worth it.
That's where I live.
Yeah. You like, I figured that would be a good place for me to rest my head.
You know,
but
man.
When you watch Madam C.J. Walker, you will have a lot of reasons to feel good about yourself, but you're going to be motivated, I think. It's such an inspirational story. I even though I'm in it, when I watched it, I was like, dang, I can't wait for my daughter to see this. I can't wait for my kids to be like, that lady did it. What are you going to do in your life that's going to be a landmark, that's going to leave a mark? Because we're still talking about a lady that did it so long ago, but it's so real.
Yeah,
right.
So real to today.
To this day.
Bill Bellamy. By the way, he's headlining 5 shows at Caroline's.
Wow.
He shuts them down. He's up to 5 now. Most people get 1, 2, 3. He's doing 5 from April.
I got to do it. April 9th through the 11th.
April 9th through the 11th. Yeah. And your stand-up, people, they, you know, I told who was it that was here recently? Jadakiss.
Right.
Somebody called and said, why do you think you're so underrated? And I said, nah, it's not that he's underrated, because we all rate him a 10 as a lyricist. He's probably under-acknowledged.
Under-acknowledged.
Okay.
That's a difference.
That's a difference.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes I feel like Bill Bellamy may be under-acknowledged.
Yeah, I do. I feel the same way.
As a stand-up comedian.
I'm one of the greatest, bro.
Talk on it.
There's nobody can't nobody touch me when it comes to the microphone. When you talking about, if you're going to go hour for hour, 15 for 15, 20 for 20, I can stack my setup against anybody alive. That's how I feel about it.
Dave?
But yeah, Dave. Okay. But these are my guys that I love, like Dave, Chris, you know, Martin Lawrence, you know. We all are the same class. You know, we came up, we got the Dream Squad, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I just haven't gotten my recognition totally like I feel I deserve, you know what I mean? But it comes with work. Yeah. You got to get it. You know, it's just going to happen eventually. But I'm saying, like, I love Dave's last special. Woo!
Yeah.
Bananas. Chris Rock. I didn't see Kevin's yet, but I know he dropped one. But these are all my peers, and I love them. But I'm saying, like, my next hour that I'm dropping is going down, like, as a classic, bro, because, like, I just left Oakland, right? Oh. Every show. And Oakland crowds is real. You could get booed or they gonna salute you. It's one or the other. Yeah. Oakland ain't playing no games. Stood them up, right? When people stand up after laughter, that is an acknowledgement that you are touching them some type of way, where it's like the laughter is real and they feel some type of way. That's where I'm at with this hour, and I'm really excited about it because I'm like, yo, this is the killer joint. You know what I mean? Like, I remember when I did Booty Call, right? When I was doing the joke in the clubs in Harlem, and them dudes was passing out. I said, yo, wait till I do this on TV.
Passing out.
This one they used to stomp like this. They used to do that at Uptown. When you kill, they stomp the ground. I was like, I got him stomping right now, Heather B.
You know what?
I got him stomping.
The other thing you do, and shout out to Dion Cole. I loved his special.
Oh, yeah, Dion Cole. Yo.
In Arsenio Hall.
Yes, sir.
Arsenio
got
one off, too.
Yeah, I didn't see him, but Dion Cole. Shout out to Dion. Yeah, and Mike Epps, too. That's other. I don't want to leave my boys out because they'd be like, B, you ain't shout me out.
Yeah, okay.
DL. Shout out DL.
DL Hughley. But Finesse Mitchell came up here.
Okay.
And Finesse has been doing extremely well.
Yes, I'm happy for he got a new show too.
And the thing when I said earlier in your intro that you always look to the side and look back and go, come on, let me come with you.
Absolutely.
And it's evidenced in when Finesse Mitchell came up here and he spoke on you, and this is what he said.
I started on Comic View, Def Comedy Jam, all those great shows.
Uh-huh.
You know, Bill Bellamy was the first person to take me on the road. and to learn from him was dope because he's a dope storyteller.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Let me learn how to write a joke, and then let me learn how to be charismatic. You know, Bill, charming dude. You know what I'm saying? He always got 5 things of lip balm and stuff. And so when you just a kid from Atlanta and you see somebody all polished, you're like, oh, great person to just learn from. Next thing I know, I had to call him up and say, Bill, I got Saturday Night Live. He was like, get the fuck out of here. I said, no, I got Saturday Night Live. So then that's when I really went mainstream, and now here I am.
Finesse Metro, man. He nailed it.
That's a true story.
Is it? You had the lip balm in your hand while he was telling
you can't, because my lips been big a long time, and you can't be dry out here. See, my biggest thing, I never wanted them Malik Yoba, you know.
Oh. You know what?
You remember on New York Undercover?
Get out, Bill. Time to go.
No, Malik is my man. I'm just playing. I'm just saying, but he never used to. He'd just go for a whole couple of scenes. He'd be dried out right there. I'd be like, Malik.
That was the stylist's fault.
That's the stylist. Somebody should have came and got it. Yep. But that wasn't his fault, so scratch that.
Okay.
It was the stylist.
It was the stylist. Yeah, okay, Carlos on the line from San Diego. Say what up to Bill Bellamy, Los.
Carlos, ¿qué pasó?
What up?
Los, you there?
What's going on?
Los, what's happening?
Los, when we give you that kind of energy, you got to return it, bro.
You sound all sleepy. Hello.
My apologies. What's going on, everybody?
Hey, you got a question for Bill?
What's up, Lo?
I just, there's no question, man. I just wanted to say, man, I've been a long time fan, man. Since a kid, man.
Thank you.
I think, Bill, you got the fountain of youth, man, because he still look like how he looked in How to Be a Player.
No, he really does.
Everybody call me Benjamin Buttons.
Yeah, man, he killing it, and he keeping his body together.
Hey, man,
too.
all you got to do, man, is just take care of yourself and shea butter. You know, you got to get that off the table by the incense. You get it right there.
Mike Muse clapped his hands on the shea butter.
That shea butter real.
Sure, man.
All right. Hey, Los, you a citizen, man.
Sway in the morning, homie.
Hey, don't forget, March 20th on Netflix, the Self-Made, inspired by the life of Madam C.J. Walker.
That's going to be crazy.
Holla.
Bill Bellamy is in Octavia Spencer, Tiffany Haddish, Blair Underwood.
Come on, man.
Hey, man, Bill, continue
Gary
success,
Morris.
man.
Hey, yo, tonight I'm on SWAT. Yo, there it is.
You on SWAT
Yeah,
tonight?
I'm on SWAT tonight. Come on, man. I'm everywhere.
Man. Come on, man. Bill Bellamy, ladies and gentlemen. You already know, okay? All right, we got Shakira Stevenson coming up. He's a Jersey guy.
Jersey stand
Featherweight
up.
champion. He's coming up. Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5.